You know, I spent 6 years in the police and I left because in the fifth year, by this time I was 22 years old, about going on 23. I've known no other life except this. One day we were watching a movie at home. We had a VCR which we rented. We couldn't afford to buy one. And I was there with a few friends of mine. I describe this in my books, in the Mean Streets books. And I was sitting there and we were watching Tom and Jerry or some show, some stupid thing. And everybody was laughing and I was making coffee or pitching the beers or something. And I looked back and I looked at these guys, all of them good people. And I realized they're already dead. Their eyes were completely dead. They had no feeling in them. And these were really good policemen. They were young as me, but they were experienced, they were tough, they were hard. They flinched for nothing, they would risk their lives for you. And I realized they're dying. They just got there. And the next morning I was shaving because you didn't go to work without being shaved. That's a story by itself. Inspections every day, of course. And as I was shaving, I looked at my own eyes and I realized I'm dead. I'm 20, going for 23, and I'm already 55. And I just realized I have to get out of this because by that time I fulfilled all my obligations to the state already. And I had to make a decision, and I made the decision to leave the police and to study law further. And by that time I was completely burned out. Just seen too much, done too much, experienced too much, and I had a huge problem with trusting people because we only see the bad in people. We don't see any good in people. And so it's one of those things. If you're in those units in those days, you were gonna see all the action. And what you don't realize as a young man is every time you do that, every time you see the dead, every time you smell the crime, because you do smell crime scenes, every time this happens, every time you're involved in something which makes the headlines, and then something adds up into you until at some stage you die. And that's just the way it is. It's the way it is.